welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Maricar Velasco delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. On today's headlines, 3 killed in landslide and floods in central Vietnam. Thailand plans to allocate more than $251 million for monarchy security in the 2020 budget, a hike of more than 13% year-on-year, according to figures confirmed by a government spokesperson on Thursday. And have a glimpse of Vietnam's Monkey Island, a popular attraction decried as cruel by conservationists, calling for an end to animal tourism in Southeast Asia. Flooding and landslides in central Vietnam have left several people dead and inundated thousands of homes after a tropical depression lashed several provinces with heavy rains and intense winds. Watch this. There is no need to secure a warrant of arrest for those among the nearly 2,000 convicts erroneously freed under the Good Conduct Time Allowance or GCTA who will refuse to surrender to authorities, the Philippine National Police said Thursday. He added if there are surrenders before the end of the 15-day grace period given by President Rodrigo Duterte, the PNP will immediately process them with the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group as the lead unit for this undertaking.
Doon pa lang na sinasabi natin na doon pa lang na batas na excluded na sila. Yung pagbigay sa kanila ng GCTA is already unlawful and void from the very start. It violated the procedure set forth by DOJ. So hindi binding lumalabas yung pinirmahan ni Director ng Bucor. Pero mas maganda if you challenge it while you are inside the Bucor, no? Yung kinukontinue mo yung sentence mo. Kasi if you challenge it outside after the 15-day period, you are considered a fugitive.
Albayalde also directed Major General Guillermo Eleazar, head of National Capital Region Police, to secure the list of names and addresses of these convicts from the Bureau of Corrections and to determine the turnover procedure. The PNP chief also called on the concerned convicts to voluntarily surrender and also urged the public to report any information that would lead the information to their arrest.
Yung shoot to kill na sinasabi naman, if they will resist arrest through, of course, kung talagang lalaban sila, wala tayong magawa, no? This is a normal police operation.
Albayalde also encouraged the public to report to any information that would lead to their arrest through emergency hotline 911 or cell phone number 0917-8475757. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara, meanwhile, echoed the PNP chief's remarks. He said if they are declared a fugitive, that's evasion of sentence already, they may be classified as evading sentence. If they are declared fugitive after the 15-day period, if they are considered fugitive because they were required to turn themselves in and they did not, that's evading sentence and that permits, or that's a crime, so permitting warrantless arrest. The investigation as to why a medical evacuation plane crashed in Laguna over the weekend would take time, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines or CAAP spokesperson Eric Apolonio said Thursday. He told the Philippine news agency the incident has to go through a thorough investigation and they could not just assume. He noted that there are several steps that investigators have to go through to determine the reason of the crash. He explained they would gather all the parts of the aircraft if possible and reassemble these. If they could not gather all, whatever debris they find would be their basis. They would also need to talk to witnesses and listen to the communication that transpired between the aircraft and the control tower. Thus, the official added he could not give a timeline as to when the investigation would last. He meanwhile clarified that some reports saying the plane exploded or broke up while in midair did not come from Kaap. Apolonio also clarified that there was no violation with regard to the apparent unlisted passenger Irma car. Apolonio said she was listed in the manifesto at the last minute. The plane's operator, Lion Air, is the one responsible for the incident unless they could prove they should not be held liable, according to Apolonio, adding that, for instance, the accident was due to technical issues. The Beechcraft King Air type medevac plane with registry number RP-C2296 crashed in Pansol, Laguna on September 1. All 9 on board were killed. Jesus Fernandez, pilot; Lino Cruz Jr., co-pilot; Garrett Garcia, Kirk Ayon Badilla, Yamato Togawa, Rix Hilaput, Raymond Bulakha, Tom Carr, and Irma Carr. Kaap said the plane came from Dipolog Airport and was supposedly bound for Manila to bring a patient. Kaap added it lost radar contact past 3 p.m. while flying 25 nautical miles from Manila.
Net25 shows live and on demand anytime, anywhere, on any mobile device on OSN Play.
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always one with 25. Peace!
Hello Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Welcome back. Thailand plans to allocate more than $251 million for monarchy security in the 2020 budget, a hike of more than 13% year-on-year, according to figures confirmed by a government spokesperson on Thursday. The proposal, which still needs parliamentary approval, comes 4 months after 67-year-old King Maha Vajiralongkorn was crowned in an elaborate ceremony. It is also the first budget under the staunchly pro-royalist administration of Prayut Chan-o-cha, a former coup maker turned civilian premier after a disputed poll. The funds for the palace were included in a proposal released by the Budget Bureau, which provided no detailed breakdown on how the money would be used and were labeled only security fundamentals. The cabinet agreed on the 2020 figures Tuesday, government spokesperson Narumon Pinyosinwat told media. adding that the numbers are likely to be the same. Next, there will be a drafting of the budget bill, which will be proposed to the Parliament around the end of this year. There are planned increases in defense, finance, and interior ministries, and a slight decrease in education. King Vajiralongkorn inherited one of the world's wealthiest and most powerful monarchies from his beloved father, Bhumibol Adulyadej, who died in October 2016. Experts say his reign has been more assertive than the revered Bhumibol, who was on the throne for 70 years. Vietnam Airlines has become the first carrier in the country to secure a coveted license to fly direct to the United States, according to the airline and a regulatory filing seen by AFP. The approval has for months been sought by Vietnamese carriers eager to exploit a fast-growing market for air travel among Vietnam's booming middle class. Domestic and regional air travel has mushroomed among Vietnamese travelers, and carriers are hoping the market will extend to U.S. travel too. Vietnam Airlines has been licensed to fly from Hanoi and the southern business hub, Ho Chi Minh City, to Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Seattle, and Dallas, according to a regulatory filing from the U.S. Department of Transportation obtained by AFP. The carrier will also be able to connect to Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto in Canada. The terms, which came into effect on August 26, cover air transportation of persons, property, and mail between the Vietnamese and North American cities. It was not immediately clear if the flights would be non-stop or would transit through Taipei, Osaka, and Nagoya, which were listed as approved intermediate hubs in the filing. The country's labor force continued to improve, recording increased employment and lower underemployment in July 2019, the National Economic and Development Authority said. The July round of the labor force survey of the Philippine Statistics Authority showed that employment growth rate increased by 5.7% in July 2019 from 1.2% in July 2018. This translates to 2.3 million additional employment, almost 5 times the 479,000 employment generated in the same period of last year. The total number of employed Filipinos reached nearly 43 million in July 2019 on account of stronger employment in the services, 6.1% from 4.7% in 2018, and agriculture sector 7.6% from 7.4% in 2018. NEDA Undersecretary for Policy and Planning and current officer in charge, Rosemary Edelion, said, while the Philippine economy has shown remarkable improvements in the labor market, the government should continually improve its efforts towards generating more productive and higher quality employment that provides adequate income for Filipino workers and their families. She added that the full implementation of the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act and reduction of foreign investment restrictions in public utilities, retail trade, and domestic market-oriented firms are seen to create more employment opportunities for Filipinos.
When visiting the Philippines, Manila or Quezon City is a popular destination. But oftentimes the hustle and bustle of the city can be more stressful on your vacation. So when you feel the need to reconnect to nature or relax again, there's a beautiful oasis just outside of the city called the Garden at Ciudad de Victoria. that you can see here include hydrangea, snapdragon, and stargazers. They're truly beautiful. The gardens at Ciudad de Victoria are so peaceful, tranquil, and beautiful that it's become a haven for young couples and a very popular venue for engagement photos. The next time you want an escape from the big city, the garden at Ciudad de Victoria is a wonderful place to visit.
Welcome back. Menacing macaques snatch bags of crisps, water bottles, cookies, and crackers from uneasy tourists on Vietnam's Monkey Island, a popular attraction decried as cruel by conservationists calling for an end to animal tourism in Southeast Asia. Tourists are encouraged to show the monkeys their empty hands if they don't want to be accosted by the aggressive macaques, who routinely steal snacks, hats, and even mobile phones from visitors who nervously laugh and snap pictures. It is one of countless animal tourism sites across Vietnam where for just a few dollars, visitors can ride elephants or ostriches or see costume bears and tigers perform at circuses. Over on Monkey Island, the macaques ride motorbikes, lift weights, and shoot basketballs in their own packed circus performance that ends with a monkey in a frilly skirt collecting tips from the audience. Elsewhere on the island, visitors eagerly place bets on a monkey swimming race to close out a morning of animal entertainment. It's cruel work according to some. There are about 1,200 macaques on the island, or the small island, where vaccine experiments were once carried out by the Soviet scientists before it was transformed into a tourist attraction in the 1990s. Monkey Island manager Truong Nguyen Phuoc An says the animals are never beaten and are well looked after thanks to tourist dollars.
Страха не было, потому что наш гид сказал, что это очень гостеприимные, хоть и обезьяны, вот даже в отличие от некоторых людей, так скажем. Ну, то, что ощущение чужого тела на себе, ну, это каждому понятно. А вот так мы не испугались, очень здорово.
Khi mà mình làm cái việc mà mình dạy cái thú nó làm những cái trò biểu diễn như thế thì cũng không có đánh đập. Đó, mình chỉ cho nó theo thói quen phản xạ, có nghĩa là nó làm được cái động tác đó thì nó được cho ăn. Đó, nó được cho ăn thôi. Chứ nếu như mà mình đánh đập thì tất nhiên con thú nó phải sợ.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Monica Velasco and I'm 1 with 25.